One of our concerns within the workplace is how we express ourselves. Now, when we consider the benefit of emotional intelligence skill development, it's all around providing an amplification of our personal and our social competencies related to our emotional well-being, our decision-making, our resilience, our problem-solving, our communication, and our performance. In the workplace, however, we may have some rules around how we are allowed to interact with each other. We have whole departments that are dedicated towards the nuances of what is okay and what isn't okay. And yet, within our emotional intelligence development, what we're learning is permission to feel all emotions, no matter how we're going to label them, and permission to express them. So how can we make this possible within a framework of an organization that might put limitations on just how we can do that? We need to talk about emotional expression, a skill within the self-expression realm of emotional intelligence. Now, its definition is constructive use of our emotions, both in how we communicate them openly and freely to other people. Now, when we think about this skill, it doesn't in its definition say in any way you need to. It does, however, say constructive, and that's going to be very subjective. So, for example, anger as an emotion can have a social narrative around it that says it's inappropriate to express anger in this way, especially with other people. We raise our voice, we bang the table. We may even use posturing or aggressive body language. In the constructs of a workplace, this structure might limit someone's ability to constructively express anger if this is the way in which they constructively express it. So how do we create then an appropriate workplace environment for individuals, emotionally intelligent individuals, to process, feel, and express their emotions, and socially so that other people aren't rubbed the wrong way? When we look at this skill of emotional expression, we have to look at its supporting players. So in the construct of a workplace environment, let's look at these three things. When we want to emotionally express ourselves in ways that might be socially unacceptable, the first thing we're going to look at is our interpersonal relationships. We have to look at how transparent we are with each other. Do we have relationships of reciprocity? Do I understand you? Do you understand me? So that when I raise my voice, you don't take it personally. When I bang the table, you recognize that this is how I process anger. And it's not about you, and it doesn't mean all of these judgments or assumptions that make banging the table inappropriate. So what is the quality of our relationships? What is the strength of our relationships? How much do we actually understand each other to then give permission for individual expression? The next one is empathy. When we step into spaces and need to emotionally express so that we can resolve those emotions, we as individuals have to demonstrate empathy towards other people in the room, and most especially if we do not have a strong relationship with them. So we have to look at, from their standpoint, if I choose to express this way, how might they take that? How might they interpret that? And before we lay it all on the line, we need to make sure that we are strengthening this first so that other people take us the right way. And then finally, assertiveness. So when we want to emotionally express ourselves, assertiveness is our ability to express our ideas, our thoughts, the experience that we are having in a way that is non-offensive and non-aggressive. And herein lies the key to effective assertiveness for emotional expression: non-offensive and non-aggressive. So we can start to see how these two players greatly influences this player and then creates a really dynamic, helpful, healthy environment of emotional expression.